Hello, welcome back to a new installment of the Philip Malowney podcast. I am so excited today. This one is going to be incredible. I am joined with Anneka, Anneka who is a singer-songwriter, very talented young lady. And she has genuinely written definitely one of my favourite songs at the moment. And she joins us today from live from her bedroom.
On a train and a bus and a car on the way to your job. All alone with your kids, with your wife or with your dog. You can listen anywhere. You can listen everywhere to the Philip Malowney podcast.
Woo!
Awesome. That's cool.
That's fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really good.
Nice.
It's so good to be able to do a podcast with you.
Yes, very
Yeah.
exciting.
It's like old meets new.
Yes.
Yeah. So well, I've actually been a bit of a fan of yours ever since I went to um, your mother's cousin's wedding.
Yeah, I was so little then.
You were so little then. You were so little then. But the one thing that I fondly remember of back then is you were just this confident young girl, as you are now.
Yes.
And it blew me away really because I thought, do you know what? That's a real special attribute to have as a young person, to have such confidence, and it's
Thank you.
really good to have that.
Thank
Um, what you did was you made a really cool little sort of interview video
Yeah,
on
I remember it.
on your
I really
phone.
remember it. I thought it was so great. I thought I was the best like person there filming all the people. It was so fun.
Well, it turned out, like, I mean, I think you a well, it took you a little while. I mean, the wedding, if we just explain, was like it was like a holiday wedding. So we went abroad.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to Spain, and there was like, it was a good weeks long thing where everybody, all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
different families came together and kind of had a holiday together. And then there was a fantastic wedding, and we all had a really good time. And you were
Brilliant.
kind of documenting
Yeah.
throughout that. So it was like everybody had this holiday video
Yeah.
that they could all
It's
take away
wonderful.
with them.
I don't remember what I did with it. Did I send it to someone? Maybe.
Oh, it's definitely out there. Do you know who's going to know? Your mum. She's
Yeah,
going to know.
I'll ask her.
Yeah, she'll know exactly where it is. I bet she's got a nice little archive of all your achievements so far. Good. Hey, so it's the podcast. It's totally casual. So we're gonna have a chat,
Yeah.
and you very kindly are going to play us a few of your songs,
Yeah.
which makes the format, a little different to what I'm used to. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Uh, so I hope you don't mind telling everybody a little bit about yourself so they can get to know you a little bit more.
All right. I'm Anneka Shelley. I play guitar, mostly acoustic, but I'm kind of getting into electric now, and I sing. I've been writing songs for maybe a year, at least ones that I think are good. Um, and I actually only started playing guitar about 2.5 years ago, and I've kind of just taught myself guitar, and then I've been singing more like musical theatre stuff since I was younger, but not very well until recently when I just kind of got it when I got the guitar and I kind of they together really well, and that meant I could write songs and sing other people's songs, and I like doing it, and I think other people like me doing it, which is cool. And now I busk when it's not lockdown, and I do gigs, pub gigs a lot of the time, and some for like other people, and it's really cool. At the moment, I go to music school, so I get to do music every day as well, which is really fun. And I've made a lot of friends through doing music, and we all like the same thing, so that's really good. And I can collaborate, and it's just really fun.
Wow. Anybody famous go to your school that you go to, Anneka?
um, well, they're not yet to be famous, but there's people that have left, like Adele and Jessie J. Tom Holland went to our school. There's like a board of people in school of all the people that are like famous and left. There's loads. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's the shout to the Brits School of
Yeah.
Arts.
Yes.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, what a great place to be going to school. But obviously,
It's amazing.
they take I guess the most talented.
Yes. Seems.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say that for you because I know, it is what it is. But yeah, there's the most talented kids go there, and you're not only a talented musician, though, but you're academically successful as well.
Yes.
Would you like to tell everybody what you had for your
Um.
GCSEs?
Well, for my GCSEs, I was doing obviously all the main subjects, like, and then I did like Spanish and geography and stuff. Obviously GCSEs were cancelled because of coronavirus, but
Oh yeah,
I
of
still
course.
got my grades and everything, but that was fine. And now I'm doing maths A level as well. I guess maths is just an extra thing, and I wanted to do something as well as music, just like a backup plan, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't need it, but
No,
it's
it's
good to
very
have it,
important.
and I really like maths too. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
what maths and art,
yeah,
so a talented artist, normally you don't get that mix, right? Normally you don't get the blend
no,
of people
true.
who like, I mean, because maths you could say sort of science, right? And
Yeah.
the engineering and that kind of that
Mhm.
type of academic over,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
arts. But
A lot of music is very mathematical though, like sheet music and reading. It's actually the math skills help in theory and things like that.
okay,
So it's
yeah.
actually really good. Yeah,
Oh, that's I've never thought of it like that actually.
it's
Yeah,
music is basically maths and science because of all the pictures and everything. It's just most people think of it that way. It just sounds nice.
I guess that's. Of
Yeah.
course, it's true. Yeah. Okay. So the sound don't. So like because I wouldn't have thought that when I was singing, but obviously if you're there with one of those, what do they call, the levels board or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're there like with all those knobs and dials and buttons, I suppose, yeah, you're going to have a a pretty decent
Yeah.
kind of grasp of why things are going to be turned up or down.
Definitely. Yeah, I was learning about it in music tech the other day. We were doing things like balance different instruments with voices, and like different notes have different amounts of hertz. So you
Okay.
have to like know the numbers to be able to do it really well. So probably the
Right.
best mixers know how to do it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hertz are I guess the peaks and troughs of the sound wave. If
Something
I
like that. I'm not
Yeah.
amazing at
So
knowing
if
about
it's
it.
34 hertz, it's like 34 times a second or something
Yeah.
like that.
And that will be a pitch because it rings, and then that'll be, yeah, one
Ah,
note. So
fascinating. Fascinating. This is science. This is maths. This is the Philip Malowney podcast coming at you
yeah.
with Anneka, singer-songwriter and scientist.
Not
Musical
quite scientist.
musical alchemy.
Definitely.
Oh, no, brilliant. So you are going to do a few songs for us. Would you
Yes.
like to tell us a little bit about some of the songs that you're going to sing for us
Okay,
today?
sure. Well, I've in the past like year and a half, I've released 4 songs on streaming platforms. I've written a lot more, just released 4, I guess, my best ones. But and I'm gonna play them
It's
today.
okay. You're young. 4 is good. 4 is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
4 at 16 is good because by the time you're 32, there's going to be, that's going to be like,
loads.
yeah,
4 million.
hundreds.
And I guess most of my songs are sad. I'm really bad at writing happy songs. I don't know what it is. Sad songs are always much better to write about than happy songs. But I
Okay.
do have one happy song, which is my song Serene, which was the first song I released. I guess I'll play that first. Which is kind of I guess it's just a happy love song. I was looking up, I don't know, like interesting words, and serene. The title of my song is actually in French, and it means serene in English. It's not much of a difference, but yeah, it's just like tranquility. So I just wrote a song about love in France, I suppose, and
Okay.
that's where it
Yeah,
came
that's
from.
good because I Googled it. And I thought, is there like a different pronunciation or something like that? Because
So,
it's serene, but it's spelled
yeah,
Serein.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and yeah, it came up with a Google search like rain in the air when there's no clouds around or
Yes,
something like that on
yes, yeah,
Google. And
that's
I
another
thought,
meme.
wow, that's pretty cool. And then I had another look, but it is actually yes. So it's serene. So it's one of your happier songs. So
Yeah, it's probably yeah.
yeah, with the music, you say you like to write sad songs. I mean, do you feel like do you feel like you've got a bit of an old head on those young shoulders?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Does
It's
it
just like
reflect you?
no, I don't think so because I just think that a lot of the time, if you're trying to write something about happy feelings when you feel happy, it just comes up cheesy and you feel like you sounds awful. Whereas sad, there's just a lot more you can say because there's so many emotions that are negative compared to just happy.
Okay.
That's what I think at least. I wouldn't say I'm a sad person. None of my songs are really about me. Most people write about themselves and their stories, but I don't really have that many that are about my own experiences.
Well, I've listened to all of your songs, and I think they're whether they're I mean they can't be from a 16-year-old because it would be tragic if you've ever lived any of the experiences or felt those emotions and things like
Yes.
that which but um I think look forward to it. I think that these songs took me to places, they took me to relationships, they took me to times in my life, and I think they were really, really fantastic for doing
Yeah.
that. So,
Thank you.
well, shall we fire away with your first one and then get
Cool.
into a few more?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Anneka with her song Serene.
Yeah. Slowly, the light hangs a bonfire way up in the sky, and you see the soft fall of water like a gentle cry. And I know that we could be here for hours and the time would swiftly go by. This moment is timeless, not expensive, but the price is so high. There's drips of water on my nose, and I'm wearing slightly damp clothes, but I love standing here with you in front with nothing else to do. Whoa, whoa. So rain softly on the pretty French floor, and we can come back tomorrow for more. 'Cause there's so many things we can see, yet this place is so almost empty. And this is the perfect scene for an emotional romance movie. And as long as you're here with me, let it rain. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let it rain. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let it rain. Nearly silent, just our heartbeats and the dripping of the fine rain. Stay here in the quiet. This is perfect, there will never be need to complain. Maybe another day we could climb the Eiffel Tower or go see ballet. But right now I'd rather stand together and have no plans in our way. There's drips of water on my nose, and I'm wearing slightly damp clothes, but I love standing here with you in front with nothing else to do. Whoa, whoa. So rain softly on the pretty French floor, and we can come back tomorrow for more. 'Cause there's so many things we can see, yet this place is so almost empty. And this is the perfect scene for an emotional romance movie. And as long as you're here with me, let it rain. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nice. That's fantastic. What a
Thank
great song. What a great song. And you've written that all yourself.
Yes, I
You're so
did.
clever. You're so clever.
Thank
Rain
you.
falling on pretty French floors.
Yeah,
Standing in slightly damp clothes. Well done, you. That's really good. That's
thank
really
you.
good. I love that. That was Serene. What a fantastic song. Thank you for performing that
Thank you.
for us all.
Sorry.
Hopefully we get some you know good positive feedback. I know my channel doesn't have nearly the amount of people that your channel has,
Thank you.
which is desperately disappointing.
I'm sure you'll
However,
get there.
yeah, however, I was going to ask you. So you are the younger generation. You're the YouTube generation, the Instagram, the TikTok, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
How do you find getting your stuff out there? I guess it's a bit easier, but there's a lot more competition.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I know that when YouTube started, a lot of musicians, there's a chunk of musicians that are much more successful because they were the first ones to get stuck in. And obviously, when they put their stuff on YouTube, there was lot less people trying to do the same thing. But now I know that there's probably hundreds of people doing the same thing I am. So it's really hard to get a following because you've got to be different than everybody else, and there's so many people,
Yeah.
especially on YouTube. It's so hard to get picked up now. But I've been working on it, and it's a slow increase of like subscribers and viewers, but it gets there. Same with, but every platform, you've got to work on every platform to get something. I'm got more success on Instagram at the moment,
Okay.
and then TikTok does pretty good for me as well because if one video blows up, it does really good.
Ah,
Um,
okay. So
which
what's been your most successful online experience, I suppose, if we encompass everything?
I think it depends. Gosh, because it depends what you count as successful. I say I did a TikTok once that got about 1,300 likes. Oh, sorry for the noise. About 1,300 likes. Um,
Yeah.
and that was my best one. I got lots of comments and stuff, and everyone loved it. And it was really cool to feel like everyone liked what I was doing. And
Yeah.
then, but also I made a YouTube video with my friend, and the person who we were covering saw the video and she shared it on her story, which was amazing. It
Oh,
was so
nice. Which one was that?
I did a mashup of all these songs by an artist called Dodie, who's probably like my biggest inspiration.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
and she picked it up and she shared it, and it was amazing. And it got me a lot of more followers. So I don't know what you count as the biggest success, but
Well, listen, I think that's yeah. I mean, it's whatever feels right for you. I mean, I
yeah,
think I think that's a pretty good way of doing it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, you've got your Instagram, your TikTok, and all the rest of it. So how do you let's say I mean, I think if somebody's in your position and they're young and they want to look at performing and stuff like that on online, you got any advice? You got any tips?
yeah. I would say when you're starting out, it can be quite saddening to see all these people blowing up, and you're just like, oh, my thing got 9 views or something. But it does improve because slowly you get more people, and also just don't worry about the numbers. If you're doing the music, you should be enjoying it as well and doing it for you. And if it's right, then I guess it will happen, and you'll get to do it full time and stuff. Um, so yeah, just keep trying because it can be quite disheartening, I know. And then performing gigs and stuff, just if there's open mics around you, I've done a couple of open mic nights, and that got me about probably 10 more gigs, which gets you a lot more publicity and things like that. And take like CDs to gigs because people will buy them. It's really cool, even though the age of the CD is going, but people still buy your CD if you take it. So it's really cool. Yeah, you just have fun, I guess, and just yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice because obviously we're in the or I'm going to say it first. If you ever watch my videos, every time we mention the pandemic or this time that we're in, these strange times or what have you, there's always a bit of money goes in the jar, or it's like a swear jar, isn't it? But it's true and it's a reality and all the
Yeah.
rest of it. So, you know, um being 16 and in 2020 is no joke. Being a student in 2020 is no joke.
Yeah.
And everybody's a good friend of mine put it perfectly. She said, we're all going through the same storm, but in different boats. Okay, so we're all
Yeah.
having different struggles and what have you. So, I take it you didn't get to have a prom and
No,
things.
that was we bought a prom dress. Luckily, we didn't buy one of those ridiculously expensive ones. We just got a quite cheap one. So when I didn't get to go, and it got like cancelled. It wasn't too much of a problem. Some of my friends paid a lot of money for their dresses, and they can't refund them. So
Yeah,
it was hard, but also sad we didn't get the day. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's just something that prom wasn't really around when I was at school.
oh
Yeah, because the horse and cart, dresses would just get caught under the wheels and stuff like that. So, it just wouldn't have worked.
right,
Um, but yeah, but I understand it. I understand it. I mean, we had like a dinner, and everybody bought like
yeah,
a little something, and people just got drunk, really.
yeah,
So
yeah.
mainly the teachers, actually. Mainly the
Oh
teachers got drunk. But we yeah, I mean, it was something that everybody enjoyed, and not having that experience is, um, can be quite, I don't know, sad, I guess. But
yeah,
so many people that I know have really persevered through it, and they've just
yeah,
kind of made the best of it as well. So when one door closes, another one opens, and we can always look at the bright sides. But there must be lots of young people out there who are feeling that this is just so unfair.
yeah, absolutely. I
It's like,
thought, yeah.
why?
I thought it was awful when the GCSEs were cancelled. A lot of my friends were like, "Why aren't you happy we don't have to sit through the exams?" But I was like, we've worked for like 5 years and I feel like school at the moment, it's not even about learning. I feel like it's about training for an exam. Like passing an exam is the goal of school rather than learning things for life. And when the exam just doesn't happen, it's a bit of I don't know, a letdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I can understand that. I can understand that. Um, yeah, I can only imagine how bad that feels
yeah.
sometimes. But so what have you taken? How have you managed to keep your chin up, and how have you managed to stay positive through that?
Gosh.
Or did you just freak out and
Didn't
go,
freak out completely. I definitely had a bit of more of a bad reaction than some of my friends and people I know. But I think just staying positive was, I guess, looking on the bright side that I didn't have to sit through exams, and the whole coronavirus thing was like gave me more time to work on music, and I don't know. I got to just do what I wanted to do rather than actually doing work and stuff. And it was just meant to be our longest summer though. Like you finish in June and we didn't start till September, and we finished in March but didn't start till September. We couldn't go anywhere, so yeah,
yeah, but yeah, that was crazy times, and we'll see where it goes from there. But
yeah,
I made a few notes previously around some of the things you like. We've covered off a few of them, but one of the things that you said that you were quite interested in is Rubik's cube.
yes.
So yeah, tell me about this fascination with the Rubik's cube. Are you like an obsessive compulsive?
No, I learnt to solve the Rubik's cube in lockdown. I just thought I want to achieve something different in lockdown, so I did that. I've got it right here. I can now solve it in about, I think, I don't know. I haven't timed myself in a long
Well,
time.
well, 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 whoa, 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 whoa there now, whoa there now. Okay, so if we did like, so we're gonna do this live then. It's a
Oh
live
gosh.
challenge,
All right.
I guess. So you're gonna have to hold that up in front of the camera at all times. No swapping Rubik's cube for the one that you've done underneath the desk.
No, no, no. Of course not.
That's pretty mixed up already. I was gonna say like you
Yeah,
have to
yeah, it's
jump.
good. I only solved it once today.
Oh yeah. Well, how long do you reckon it's gonna take you?
Um,
About 4 hours?
no, like a minute and a half to 2 minutes,
A minute and a half to 2 minutes.
maybe. Sometimes I've
Okay.
done it in a minute, but I haven't done it at speed for a long time.
All
So,
right. So do you reckon you can do it and sing a song?
well, not play the guitar, but I could. I've never tried.
Like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall or something like that?
Humpty Dumpty.
Mate, okay, let's not put too many barriers up here. Let's not put too many barriers up. Let's see this Rubik cube go. Do
Okay, yeah.
you want me to time it?
If you want.
So I time it on my phone.
Okay.
Right, hang on.
Gosh, this is scary.
Hang on. Right, this is old man using technology now. Just a minute. Right, on here somewhere is a clock, and on that clock is a timer. And on that time, no, that's a time. I don't need a time. I need a stopwatch. Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
There's so much pressure to get this.
This is the most amount of pressure.
I know. Can you see it? Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. That's
I'm not
cool.
swapping anything around.
No, you've got it.
I normally hold it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to like.
Well, you can get yourself comfortable with it. I don't mind.
I could be cheating though.
Yeah, I trust you. Coming up to 30 seconds.
Oh, it's all right. I'll get there. Now I feel like I'm gonna fail this completely.
Is it the wrong Rubik's cube? It doesn't matter. We can edit
No,
it.
it's make it look like I did it in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
No,
9.98 seconds.
Speed. It's all right. I got this. It doesn't look like I've done a lot, but this is the longest part, and then it gets easier.
No worries. It's like 1 minute.
I'll
put that up on my screen.
Oh god. Sometimes I'm so much faster than that, so today is a slow day. Okay, look, I've done the whole of the bottom face.
Oh, awesome.
This is the bit that doesn't take as long.
You can just hear them crunching away.
Yeah.
That's all coming together.
Sort of.
Go on, you ledge.
What's going on? Uh-oh. It's alright, I got this. Sorry.
That's 2 minutes. We are into 2 minutes.
This is my longest one in a very long time. I'm under pressure, you see.
Listen, I'm impressed. Is that it? Is it done?
No, nearly.
Oh, no?
I'm very close. Look, you've got all of this.
Wow, yeah.
Some leftovers, which I can do very quickly. Gosh, I should have practiced. There you go.
Not at all. You're done. Wow! Yeah. Congratulations. That was brilliant. So that's like two. It was 2.5 minutes. If I'm really mean.
Not
Rubik's cube in 2.5 minutes. But you could do that. You could knock a minute off that.
I've done it before. I've gotten to like a minute. I think was my best, but I'm just out of practice.
No, that's awesome. That was. I'm very impressed. So what do you reckon? Time for another song? Anneka, this song is 4 Walls. This is your latest release.
Yes, it is. This song, I wrote it way before. I'm going to talk about lockdown again. I'm sorry, but the song has a theme which is definitely sounds like it's about lockdown. But and I released it during lockdown, so really it sounds like it should be. But I wrote it before, and it just happened to fit the theme. Maybe I'm like I predict the future.
Psychic there.
Yeah.
Like it. Cool.
There we go. This is 4 Walls. All day and night, she'll watch the world go by from her bedroom window. She sees the wind blow the trees and the falling of the leaves, and in the summer the flowers bloom, but she doesn't go outside. Oh, 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 oh. She sits alone in her room. She could be looking at the stars, could be looking at the moon, but I think she's scared of getting old. And she might dance in the rain if she'd only set foot on grass again. But she says she doesn't like the cold. And it's no good to be this lonely in this house, it don't feel homely anymore. And I've been staring into glass, hoping maybe time will pass, but what's it all for? So take your time and use it like there's no tomorrow. And smell the summer air, put tulips in your hat, or fall in love, 'cause 4 walls ain't enough. She sees the children on the paths with their high-pitched laughs, but she doesn't remember how it feels. She's been alone for so long, she's starting to wonder, is she even real? Oh, 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 oh. Sometimes she laughs at herself, she's become someone her mother told her never be. She doesn't talk to anyone because she doesn't want to know about what she doesn't see. And it's not good to be this lonely in this house, it don't feel homely anymore. And I've been staring into glass, hoping maybe time will pass, but what's it all for? So take your time and use it like there's no tomorrow. And smell the summer air, or put tulips in your hat, or fall in love, 'cause 4 walls ain't enough. Take your time and use it like there's no tomorrow. And smell the summer air, or put tulips in your hat, or fall in love, 'cause 4 walls ain't enough.
Nice. I
Cool.
love the message in there.
Thank
Take your time. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. I mean, it's so important, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's like well, there's an old saying, it's like stop and smell the flowers, right? You know.
I've never heard that.
Have you never heard that? Okay, so it's kind of like it's on a similar vein, you know. So like sometimes we just walk around so fast and we don't take time to stop and smell the flowers, you know. So, and they're all around us. There's always nice things to see if you just take the time. So that's a really beautiful song.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. So the future, if you could predict it, what would be what would be your ultimate dream then? How do you see yourself?
Gosh, I don't want to sound stuck up.
Oh, just
okay. I'll say what not what I guess what I hope. I'll give you what I hope.
yeah.
I hope that I can at least. I want to. My goal is to go on like 1 tour in my life at least, and either if it's supporting someone or playing instrument for them, I want to do a proper tour, maybe of like I don't know, America or Europe or something, even just the UK. I just want to.
How about a world tour?
That would be cool, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. But like living the life on the road would be just so cool for a while. Just want to experience it. But if I got to do that like for myself, that would be the dream.
That's
But
pretty cool.
yeah, just like I just known enough to be able to do music as my full-time job would be the best thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think you're well on the way to that. I
Okay.
think you're well on the way to that. I mean, even if you're Yeah, no, I just think you're well on the way to that. I don't think I've even got, sometimes people go, yeah, but what's your fallback or what have you? No, I genuinely like enjoy your music. I think it's really cool, and but I don't think I would have asked you to come on the podcast or to do anything if I didn't like feel it. Do you know what I mean? Because what I do is I just kind of have to. I've got very little talent, so I just have to talk about things that I'm actually interested in and people I'm actually interested in. So, because otherwise I'm just like, just no, I'm bored. So I genuinely have to have an interest, and I do, and hopefully um, that what does it do? It doesn't do anything for you really, but I just think that you really are going to be great. So good. I'm not gonna blow that trumpet anymore now because you need to settle down and focus and do your A levels and become a rock star. Um, right. Okay. So what can we go on to next? We've done the Rubik's cube. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay. So you, as everybody else, you spend time watching YouTube and things like that. So
Yeah.
what do you like watching on YouTube?
Um, I guess a lot of the time I've just gotten into a YouTuber which I kind of found in the past few days called Blanks, and he I think he lives in the Netherlands, and he makes songs like maybe songs from one style and he turns them into another style. Like he took a song and he put it into like an 80s style, and it was so cool, and it's really good. And he does like writing a song in an hour. He does like getting my followers to help me write a song. It's brilliant, and I really like that kind of stuff. Other than that,
So it's kind of ad lib. He does a lot of
I don't know, like mm,
sounds good. What's his name? Blanks.
Blank's music, I think. Yeah, I only found him really recently, but I really like it, and I need to watch more of the videos.
Cool.
Um, And then I guess I just like watching like family vlogs where they go on holiday and you like watch. It's such a random thing. I just love watching them.
You're one of their like 13 million subscribers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess some of my biggest influences have come from YouTube. I spoke about an artist called Dodie earlier,
Yeah.
who came from YouTube originally. So that's quite inspirational since I do a lot of stuff on YouTube. And she started out on YouTube when she was like 16, and now she's pretty big and she's about 25. Um, and that's really cool to see that change and hopefully give myself an influence to do something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a different world now. Like before, you'd have to be on top of the pops if you were lucky, or on a radio show, or there was no way that you could just be sort of like busking and then a megastar. But now um, somebody likes it, somebody shares it or what have you, and then there is definitely like a need for talent, because I think a lot of people just they kind of you can get those real passing flames,
Mm.
that sort of come and go, but the ones who make it big and make lots of money are definitely talented. There's a real
Yeah.
there's a real thing there. Unless they cash a niche and write a song about four walls in the middle of a pandemic, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good way of doing it too.
I think that nowadays as well though there's a thing for like I don't know, usually in girls they find like someone who a TikTok star who just has a personality about them, and then they get them to do a song and they blow up, and it's like so often real music isn't being as appreciated now, and I feel like a lot of music comes from people who aren't necessarily weren't set out to be musicians, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess there's going to be a little bit of a tussle there between like people who play their instruments and
and write their songs
write
and
their songs and sing their songs and stuff like
yeah.
that. So how would you feel if let's say one of these more sort of, I mean, how would you describe them, like synthesized musicians or
I suppose it's just all very poppy music that's aimed at basically 12-year-old girls who look up to these people and want to be like them. And I was
Yeah.
that girl once as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you say if someone picked up, say, Four Walls? Someone
Oh,
picked it up and said, "Do you know what? I'd like this song, and I'm going to do it like this."
oh, if they took it and changed it, I'd do the thing, and I guess it's cool because I'd definitely get some publicity from it. If they're changing my song, I might not be too happy about it. Unless they changed it and I liked how they changed it. But
Okay. What if they changed it and offered you $3 million for it?
I think I'd like to say I'd be like, no, I want to keep. But honestly, if it's $3 million, I think I'd take it and I could live off
She's
that
not a
forever.
machine.
I don't think anyone would though. I think you've got to work your way up now, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I suppose, but it's true. It's true. I mean, and I guess it's an industry as well, so although it's very creative
Hmm.
and things, I think people put so much time and effort into their craft
Yeah.
that and there's no money at points, or you're working somewhere or you're doing loads and loads of gigs and all the rest of it, and it's just, there's no money. That when things like that do come along, it can be, people can kind of like go, oh, you sold out, or oh, you did this, or what have you. But the way I look at it is um people work their whole lives to
Yeah,
chase a dream,
absolutely.
and then sometimes, do you know what? It's got nothing to do with anybody what they do,
Yeah.
with how they want to
Yeah.
financially enable themselves for the future, you know.
Hmm.
So I guess the advice that I'm giving is, sometimes we have to sell our souls, but just make sure that we're selling it for the right price.
Yeah. That's
Just
great.
make sure it's worth it, you
Yeah.
know. Make sure it's worth it when you sell your soul. But yeah, yeah. There's varying degrees. Try and keep as much control as you possibly can as
Yeah.
well.
It can be sticky
Do you
trying
think
to.
it's time for another song?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this song actually is one of the first songs that I heard of yours
Oh, yeah.
when I decided to do a podcast. I thought, if I'm doing a podcast, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna need. One is, you know, what's the podcast going to be about?
Yeah.
Do I need to have a particular vertical for my podcast? And what I decided was I was going to make it conversational. And the other important thing was I needed, some sort of jingle, and
Yeah.
I needed something to kind of just have musically, and rather than me sort of doing a few bleeps and blops, um, you sprung to mind,
Yeah.
and then I messaged your mother and I was like, can you please ask your daughter if she'd be interested in doing me a little jingle.
Yeah.
So I googled you
Oh,
first, and
wow.
this is the song
Does it
I
actually
that
come up?
really stuck in my mind.
Wow. I didn't know I was big enough to come up straight on with Google.
Well, actually, it might have been a Facebook thing that your mum put on, but it
Uh,
was definitely. I mean, it was a battle of the bands, and then I
oh,
went through your songs, and then this song came up, and you introduced it as being a song about when you clash with another person.
yeah.
So I'll let you introduce it again, but this is Anneka with Easily.
This is my song Easily, and this was the second song I released. I released it in September 2019, I think. And I guess it was the second song I wrote that I was happy with too. It's kind of about, yeah, two people that they're so similar to each other, and they think that that means they're perfect and they'll get along and be amazing friends. But really, it's just like clashing, like, the whole mother and daughter clash, like that, because they're so similar. And I guess the song is about that, but in a relationship, friendship sort of way. I'm not sure, you can take it how you want. But yeah, this is Easily. They say opposites attract, so what the hell am I doing here? We We've never been in love, we're just desperate to have someone near. And all these hearts are breaking around me, and mine stays in perfect shape. But we'd rather be together than lonely, so there's no escape. Stuck in endless games, do you even know my name? Oh God, we're so exactly the same. And I thought that we would get along. Oh, I've never been so damn wrong. And I thought that we were the perfect match, but it didn't work 'cause we only clash. And I know that we're not meant to be, but I can't let go that easily. We're sat down together, hoping that one of us will say something new, but it's never gonna happen. I'm exactly like you. When did holding hands feel so wrong? When did it get so cold? Am I not annoying yet? 'Cause this is getting old. Stuck in an endless game, do you even know my name? Oh God, we're so exactly the same. And I thought that we would get along. Oh, I've never been so damn wrong. And I thought that we were the perfect match, but it doesn't work when you only clash. And I know that we're not meant to be, but I can't let go that easily.
Ah, lovely. Another great song. You're very good with words in your
Really?
songs. Yeah, I think so.
I
I
think that
think so.
it's my worst thing. I don't know. I always feel like my words are very hard to. A lot of people write very metaphorically, and I write very how it is. I feel like. I guess in the ones I released, I don't so much because I pick those ones because they're the ones where I've managed to come up with metaphors. But if I sit down and write a song, I'm not so good at coming up with lyrics. It's probably my biggest struggle. I don't know.
Mm,
I guess I'm just
yeah.
being perfectionist. I don't know.
Yeah. I think sometimes just being clear and precise and to the point is quite refreshing as
It is.
well.
I think that's good too because you can get the meaning of the song without having to think really deeply.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes look, there's no right or wrong, I suppose, but when you have those sort of metaphors, I guess people can kind of really extrapolate and think about what that means to them and then make it
Yeah,
fit,
it's,
you know. But then when you have a song like that, which so many people have a relationship like that,
yeah,
or they've had relationships like that. Um, it again, there's a but just being so sort of truthful about it. Um, I just feel it works as well. It's a
cool.
really good song. It's a really
Thank
good way of doing it. I remember uh, an old college lecturer of mine used to say, "Don't say you know what I mean, just say what you mean."
you. Wait, what?
Okay, yeah. So don't say you know what I mean. You know when people say you know what I mean, you know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. He said, don't say you know what I mean. Just say what you mean.
yeah.
Be clear.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't taken that advice because the amount of ums and utters that I do on my podcast, I look back and I cringe. So I just hope it's reasonable viewing for people out there.
I mean, yeah. I
I don't
guess
really care.
the whole saying what you mean thing. I think yeah. In different people will probably find different like one of the two better. Like in music, some people might like to have to think, and then some people might like to be told a story, whether it relates to them or not.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, my scenario is not for art. That's kind of like a more, look, Philip. shut up, stop waffling, just tell me exactly what you're trying to tell me. But for music, it's beautiful. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. I like that. How you can just do whatever you want as long as you're not copying someone else.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least trying not to. I mean, because they probably copied somebody before they came up with it. But a really good one for me before was Wonderwall.
Oh yeah.
Just thinking about what Wonderwall is. I mean, what is Wonderwall to you?
We had this discussion in History of Pop the other day. Like Wonderwall is
In the
just
history of pop, it's
yeah.
not an old song.
But we were doing Britpop, so but we were
Right.
talking about how Oasis in general they just their songs don't seem to have very much meaning.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you agree, but that's what we came to the conclusion of. But Wonderwall, I don't know, it doesn't have meaning to me. It's just a song that everyone sings at a party when they get out the guitar, and everyone just sings that 'cause it's really easy and everyone knows it.
Okay.
It doesn't.
So that's quite interesting. So was that the consensus of everybody on the
I,
in the class?
I don't think we. I don't think we talked specifically about Wonderwall. It was mostly just about Oasis.
Okay.
Uh, I think a lot of people would agree with me that it's quite a because it's very ingrained in everyone's brains. Everybody knows Wonderwall, like
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone knows all the words and
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, there's a generation, I would say my generation, of people who were just absolutely, put into a trance through that sort of music. Champagne Supernova,
yeah, I
uh,
really yeah,
yeah, and Wonderwall, and pretty much all of that album, that they did, which was yeah, it's like a real generational thing. But although in a weird way, although it doesn't mean anything, like it's not factual.
yeah,
Um, it's that metaphorical thing, isn't it? Of like, it can now be whatever it is to you,
yeah,
and it will be whatever it is to me, and it might even be a moment in a club or in a
yeah,
bar. You know what I mean? It might just mean that to some
yeah,
people, and for others it might mean so much more. It might mean a relationship. It might mean a time, when things were good or when things were bad. So
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think if songs aren't very literal, then you can often relate the meaning of it to how you felt at the time when you were first listened to it, or when it was your favorite song, and your favorite like amazing experiences you've had or really bad ones, and they are what links to the song rather than the actual meaning of the words. I think that's a cool thing with a lot of Oasis songs because maybe that was their intention to not have some obvious meaning like Champagne Supernova. I think it's quite hard to decipher exactly what it's about, but the having the connections to what they've made you feel like probably more distinct than the meaning of the song.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure they've got a lot to say about it. Those two brothers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have no doubt. But in regards to songs that have meaning, so have you got like a favorite song, or one that kind of takes you to a certain place, maybe like a holiday or something like that?
I wouldn't say I don't know. There's a lot. When I was younger, we used to sit in the car and listen to Car Wash. I don't know who it's by, but it's you must know it. Talking about the car wash, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my
It's a
mum.
club in London, right?
Really? What?
I'm pretty sure Car Wash.
I had no idea. I just thought it
I
was
thought it
about
was about a club in London.
I think yeah, it's not my favorite song, but it's probably my most nostalgic song. I'd say my favorite song is "Common People" by Pulp.
Nice.
Just because I just really love the song. I don't know what it is. I must have some connection to it when I was younger because it's just so nostalgic, and I also just love it. It's just such a good song.
Yeah, I like the. I mean, what's that? What's the sort of the riff that it starts with? Is that like a guitar or something? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. I like music, and I don't know.
I
You
think
know,
like I think it's I don't know if you mean the same one
it's
I'm.
like that. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's either a very distorted electric guitar or synth. I think.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I just love that kind of music. It was great when we learned about it in school.
Do you
And
like singing covers?
pardon?
You like singing covers?
I
Do
have
you
so
enjoy?
many covers because busking and stuff, so I mostly do covers. I actually posted a cover about an hour, well, 2 hours ago now
Oh,
on my
okay.
YouTube, so people want to check that out. I did a cover on my YouTube. uh,
Yeah.
I do covers all the time, probably more than originals now. Just find them more fun to mess around with because I don't have to think of words. I can just recreate a song my own.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to do. So, I hope that you find many songs that give you loads of meanings for lots of life experiences in your future, and as you develop your career and go through school and
Mhm.
well, I suppose your is it a college officially?
Yeah, college.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
have to go to school, but I'm in the college.
So whilst you're at and the years to come, and I hope that we can observe your development in your career. It'll be very exciting for me to do. One of the things before we go on to your next song that I like to do, and I think this is going to be really interesting with you, is I like to talk to my guests around just a completely random thing of having a dinner party. So
Okay.
what I like to do is I like to say that you're at the head of the table at
Yeah.
your dinner party, and normally, if there's one or two people on the podcast, I give them a certain amount. But let's say that we're at a nice dining table, and you have got 5 other chairs
Okay.
that you can fill with people. But not only are you going to fill the table with people, you're going to have a meal.
Okay.
So you can all have individual meals. You can have the same thing. Then you're going to have drinks,
Yeah.
which, bearing in mind your age, is going to be some sort of um, squash.
Of course. Absolutely. That's all I think.
But you can choose the brand. And then there's going to be a centerpiece in the table in the center of the table as well. So that centerpiece can be anything you want.
Wow.
All right. So there's you're going to get your thinking.
Anything I would put in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I mean,
An ornament.
this could be a complete the sky's the limit, really. This is all in your imagination. But yeah, so
Okay.
you don't get time to think about it. You're going to have to tell me
Oh.
right now. Who are these
So
people?
I get 5 extra chairs. 5 chairs, and they can be anyone.
Yeah. So there's 6 of you at this dinner party.
And the food. Can I pick more than one course, or is it just one course?
Mhm. Exactly what I want. I want you to be imaginative.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be celebrities, but it can be celebrities. It could be anyone in the world, ever.
Whoever's special to you.
Wow, okay. You might not know the people I talk about because there's some people that
Well,
I've
you can explain.
okay, cool. Well, I think first I would bring my best friend, Catherine, definitely. She's actually quite a fussy eater, so it might not be very fun, but it's fine. I want to bring her. And then I guess I have to bring my other best friend, Caitlin, because otherwise she'd be sad. I didn't bring her.
Hold on. If we're going down this path,
I have so many people.
yeah.
Okay, those are 2.
Let's pretend in this world that whatever decisions you make, your friends are just going to be happy for you.
Oh.
No, I'm only joking. You can bring your 2 friends. That's no problem at all.
Yeah, I would
But
bring
you're
my
just
two
going. I just know you're going down a dark alley with that.
Who's gonna listen?
Hold on a minute. I was watching this podcast, and where was I at your dinner party?
Okay, I'm gonna go for
We
celebrity.
should make a rule that you can't invite friends.
Oh, yeah. Then they
No,
can't.
I'm joking. Your 2 friends can come. Do you
Okay.
want another couple of chairs? How about we say all of your friends can come and they can sit around the edges?
Okay, and then +5. Okay, I don't have enough friends to fill the edges. Gosh.
Okay, give you another chair.
Okay, I will just go friends on the edges, yeah. Okay, people. I've got posters of some people on my walls. I've got my favorite musician, which you probably won't know because no one really knows her. But she's called Orla Gartland,
Hmm,
and
of course, not really.
I was gonna say I'd be very impressed. But I spoke about Dodie earlier. She's her session guitar. Well, she plays guitar in her gigs and sometimes supports her gigs. Basically, Dodie's guitarist, but she also is a solo musician, which I found out after going to one of Dodie's concerts. And since then, she's been like my favorite musician. And it's pretty cool because she's got a small following. So sometimes I've interacted with her, and it's pretty cool to just talk to her. So she would definitely come.
Wow.
And then Dodie as well because she's also a massive inspiration. Those two, and then gosh, this is so hard. I
That's
actually
all right.
trying to think of people. Um,
Well, let's pause a second. Not properly pause, but so I like that you like female vocalists who play guitar. So you must know like Tracy Chapman.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, like
y-
she sings Fast Car, right?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know
So
that.
those are really good. And didn't Joan Armour Trading as well play her guitar? Do you know her?
No.
Yeah, okay. She's pretty good. You should check her out. She's a really good
Yes, that actually reminds me. I would bring Joni Mitchell as well.
Joni
Definitely,
Mitchell.
absolutely, yeah. I love Joni Mitchell. She's such an inspiration. Um,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
she's like a second route. So like all these musicians I'm talking about are all inspired by her, and it's like really cool to have that backing on a inspiration. So that's three seats filled.
yeah.
Ooh, who's the lead singer? I forgot his name. Is it Alex Turner? I don't know. The lead singer of the Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
Uh,
I
I
would like. I'm so bad with artists. I mean, if you said like you say the Arctic Monkey or whatever, I wouldn't know anybody in the band by name. I would just know that there was a band called the Arctic Monkeys.
right.
Say that again.
The Arctic Monkeys are right.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Say.
Oh yeah, sure. The Arctic Monkeys, right? Yeah, they're the exploration that went down to Antarctica, right?
No, not quite.
Did I not nickname them the Arctic Monkeys? Uh, the Arctic Monkeys. You look good on the dance floor.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
from
yeah,
1984, something like that. I actually did that at karaoke at my mate Mark Lemming's 40th birthday,
wow.
and I smashed it.
I'm sure you did. Yes, I really like the Arctic Monkeys. So that was just a random thing that popped into my head. I've got all musicians, but I'm just so musically inspired. Maybe I should think of something else because I do like other things. I guess it's really hard. Um, Actually, there's actors I like Grant Gustin who plays the Flash
Oh,
in
okay.
Flash. Me and my stepdad watch all the DC shows. So any character from that, but probably Grant Gustin. I think that's all. Is that all five? Yeah.
I think that is. Well, we'll recap. You've got the lady who's on the poster,
Yes. Orla Gartland.
Olive Gartland.
Yes.
You've got
Jodie.
yeah, Dodie, and you've got Joni Mitchell.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you've got the Arctic Monkey lead singer.
Yeah. Maybe the whole of the Arctic Monkeys in the background as well with my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah. Well, they'd have to come and hang out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They don't
But
on
they're
their
not eating. Not eating. You know, they're just going to
own.
just
And
come to the disco after,
of course.
or they'll be playing. And then you've got the guy who plays the Flash.
Yes. I think
That's
so.
pretty cool.
I think
That
so.
sounds like a. That
Think of
sounds
what
like
I picked earlier, later, but it's fine.
no. That's a good five. You're stuck with that five. So come
Wow.
on, then. What are they eating?
Well, I think we should all eat the same thing, just because then I can pick my favorite thing, which I need to decide on very quickly. My favorite food changes so much. Last year it was stir fry, but it's not stir fry anymore. I don't really like stir fry anymore.
Had a bad stir fry, or just too much?
No, I just think I just grow out of things so easily. I think at the moment it's bangers and mash.
Oh,
I love bang. Or toad in the hole actually. That's better. It's
toad in
kind
the
of
hole.
like upgraded bangers and mash.
It
But
is.
yeah. You get the bangers and mash, but with Yorkshire pudding. So I think that's it. That's what I like. We are all gonna have bangers and mash with lots of gravy. I love gravy. It's probably
Nice.
my favorite. I could eat so much.
Swimming.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. I love gravy. That's the main. We will have um garlic bread on the side probably because I like garlic bread.
Cheesy.
Not too cheesy. Maybe not because yeah, everyone always brings me way too cheesy garlic bread, so I don't think so.
Mm.
I think just normal garlic bread.
Oh, I don't think you can have enough cheese.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
then
okay. But as a singer, probably cheese and lactose isn't that great for you?
had a talk the other day on the health in we have an industry lesson once a week and we had health in music and it was literally like a 2 PowerPoint slide list of everything you can't eat and it was like and then at the end it says but don't starve yourself. It's like what are we supposed to eat? Just nothing. They're like don't eat kebabs but also don't eat dairy, don't eat this massive list. Like what are you supposed to eat? Nothing.
Yeah, you can have some lettuce
Yeah,
and
that's it. It's
as
because
much water as you like.
yes, but they said you can't have cold water and you can't have hot water. It has to be tepid water in
Tepid water.
room temperature. It's disgusting. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
But I suppose so much of that affects your vocals.
your vocals and then your like things have caffeine in that you don't even think have caffeine in that is not good because then you crash. And also on tour, lots of food is cheap, like greasy food, which is gonna be bad for your health
Mm,
and your voice if you're a singer. So it all goes factors in, and I never think about that.
yeah.
But
Well, don't worry about that too much at the moment.
yeah,
You know, there is a life to be led as
yes,
well. You've got to have fun, and that brings us back to this
yes. Sorry,
meal. So yeah,
sidetracked.
no, that's
Pudding and then drinks. Pudding. I really like custard, so something with custard. I could literally eat a whole. Can I do that? It could just
hmm
be a whole bowl of custard. We're all gonna have a bowl of custard each.
bowl. Is that enough? Do
Yeah,
you want like a liter, like a
maybe
bucket?
I could do it easily.
Yeah.
And then maybe with like a little chocolate pudding in the middle, but mostly just custard. Um, and then to drink, I just drink, I don't know, fizzy drinks are good, but then bad. I like J2O. There you go, J2O. We're all gonna have J2O.
J2O.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, so we've got all the tables filled. Did we have a starter? Would you like a starter?
No, it's fine. We got the garlic bread with the table.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant.
Sorry, my mum just walked in.
Hi.
He says hi. Hi.
Brilliant. I'm not even going to edit that.
Sorry. Sorry. She's gone. She just wanted me to get something from my radiator.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. No worries at all. Right. So should we get onto your last song? My
Yes.
personal favorite.
Yeah, it's my personal favorite too. Wow.
Ah, love this one. I think the people at home are going to really enjoy this. In fact, one of the things that I do with the videos, because they're quite long, right? This is now we're into like an hour and 15.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like to split it up and make some clips out of it. So put the whole thing out, but then I like to chop it up. So this song definitely is going to make the clips edition of the Philip Malowney podcast.
Yeah.
So I
Cool.
can't wait. And this is Just Like Them. It's a
Yeah.
very beautiful song.
This song is Just Like Them. I released this song, I think it was during lockdown, but I'd started making it and everything before lockdown. I make all my stuff in my bedroom, by the way. Like, I used to do it on my phone, which was really difficult, and now I do it on my computer. So I've upgraded a little bit. But yeah, this song is about, I guess, two people who were together and they thought that it was perfect, and they never be like those people that you see, I guess, like parents that have split up or like other people that you see all the time, just like bad relationships, and they thought it'd be perfect, and then they end up just being like everyone else. It's just like a endless cycle of everyone in the same thing. I guess it's very sad, but it's all right. This is Just Like Them. Turn out the lights, lock the door, walk down the street. You could almost hear a pin drop. And I think of you and it starts to rain as I whisper your name at the bus stop. And now I wonder, will I ever see you again? Do you remember way back when we used to laugh and say, oh, we'll never be like them? We said it wouldn't happen to us, but boy, did it happen to us. And I get back home and I'm not sure why, but I'm a little surprised when you're not there. And I check my phone, just a blank screen. Oh, you've left me unseen. Why is everything so unfair? And I wanna know, will I ever see you again? Do you remember way back when we used to laugh and say, oh, we'll never be like them? We said it wouldn't happen to us, but boy, did it happen to us. Don't think there was more that I could do. I thought you'd say I love you too. Maybe I didn't think this through. Don't think there was more that I could say. Could it have gone another way? If I said something else, would you have stayed? Now I don't think I'll ever see you again. Do you remember way back when we used to laugh and say, oh, we'll never be like them? But now we're just like them. Thank you.
I love that song. That's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, I really hope enough people get to hear that.
Thank you.
I think it's really good.
My most loved one on all my streaming platforms and everything, which is cool. It's been like picked up a little bit.
Yeah,
Because
it makes total sense.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. Oh, well, listen, this has been an absolute pleasure. And I guess it's coming to a natural conclusion. But is there anything else you'd like to talk about, discuss, shout outs or anything like that?
Maybe I should shout people out. Shout out to my mum, but you've already seen her. The whole of my household.
I've heard a few.
Yeah, they're quite noisy. But yeah, I guess just, I don't know, shout out to everyone, all my friends, if they're watching, I don't know.
Cool. How can people find out more about you?
Well, I've got an Instagram page, Twitter. I'm most active on Instagram really, and I post stuff on YouTube though. I've just started up a SoundCloud too, which is kind of a bit lower than Spotify, a bit higher than Instagram, where I can post audio tracks for people to listen to. So you can find me on there as well. My name's Anneka Shelley everywhere, except Facebook, I'm Anneka Shelley Music. That's the only difference, but it's all at Anneka Shelley.
Fantastic. Oh, Anneka, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing some youth to this old fuddy-duddies podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you for such a wonderful jingle that you've done for me, and I am very, very optimistic about your future, and I know that you're going to have every success. So,
thank you so much.
Anneka, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
On a train, in a bus, in a car, on the way to your job. All alone with your kids, with your wife, or with your dog. You can listen anywhere, you can listen everywhere, to the Philip Malowney podcast.